Hey everyone, what's going on again? Today I'm going to be going over the new C2 framework Havoc released by Spider, and actually going to be trying something different. My previous video, I was looking at the Havoc framework and generating some payloads and kind of like simulating a spear phishing email or something like that. User clicking on a link and whatnot and downloading the package, and kind of like looking through the logs just to see what it looks like, in general terms. But I wanted to actually see if we could look at maybe seeing if Elastic Agent, when it's put into like acting as like the antivirus, to see if maybe it captures it. I'm not sure if it will or not. I haven't tried it yet. I just got everything kind of like set up and installed, so I'm gonna like do this on the fly. I guess a little bit of context. I'm using Sysmon with the Olaf's config. I think it's like Sysmon version 14.1 and then Elastic 8.4.2. So yeah, it's all like recently updated and very new. So yeah, okay. First things first, let's go ahead and jump into our C2. If you've already visited the GitHub page, you see that there's like a lot of installation run-throughs that'll show you like how to do it. It's very simple. I didn't have any issues on Kali. I know you can do like on Ubuntu and stuff like that, but I'm using a Kali and everything's like up to date. So no issues with me right now. Also, there's some new updates like for listeners and stuff like that. So for like user agents, you can set IPs, ports, stuff like that. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get started real quick. I'm just going to use the default profile that comes with Havoc. I'm going to go ahead and set that up, press enter, and then I'm going to come over here to my client directory, and I did a git pull, so I got the most recent one. Make sure I got it here. Yep, there it is. Let's see, Havoc. Where is it at? Is it in the client? Where is it at? I thought it was originally. Do I have to build it? Maybe I have to build it again. No, I shouldn't have to. It's not in here. Did it move somewhere else? Okay, so maybe when you do a new git pull, you have to build it again. So I'm just go ahead and stop this right here. And I guess perhaps run the build and see what happens. So yeah, I just did a new git pull from the repo. So maybe I have to build it again. Just kind of run through that. I haven't done this yet. So it may take just a minute, and we'll let that run through. And then once that's done, maybe I'll have the new client, a script that I could run to, okay, so that looks like that was pretty fast. Let's look at it again. Yeah, I do. I think I have it right there. So let's go ahead and start the team server again. And there that is. And let's do Havoc. Let's see what happens. Boom. Okay, cool. So yeah, I guess that's what the deal was. I think the profiles are set for usernames, or like you have like default like Spider and then like Neo or something like that. And then it's like password 1234. And then the name Death Star, I guess. I guess you can make a new profile if you want, but we'll just keep that generic. And boom, there we are, we're in. And you can send like messages to you and your operators and stuff like, hey, what's up? And then they can run. I don't know if you'd be able to have like another profile or config. I know like Sliver, you can like make configs for like your operators and stuff like that. And with PowerShell Empire, I guess you can do the same as well. Yeah, but let's go ahead and look right here. We have view, so it's view listeners. And let's see if we can go ahead and stand up a new one. And we're here in the listeners UI. And let's go ahead and add. So here's a default user agent. You can name it. I guess I'll just name it attacker, maybe. And yeah, I guess you can name it whatever you want. And then some different payload protocols, I guess. So just do HTTPS. I think it like generates all some certs in the background, perhaps. I'm not sure. And it'll set our IP, which is our Kali IP right now. And it'll do 443 And then I think you do have to set these headers. I know that with PowerShell Empire, they do have like a repo for like malleable profiles. So let's see if we can use some of that real quick. We'll just go over here and pop on over to their GitHub and kind of look at one and see what they have. So they have user agent right here and set URI. So let's do that. Let's copy that real quick and bring that on over. I think I actually have to put that right here. So we'll just set that, and then let's see, I guess the header, I guess we'll just set it to like agent or attacker. Yeah, we'll just name it attacker, I guess, for the header. And host header, gotta look more into that, but yeah, let's go ahead and save this and see what happens. All right, boom, so we got one right there. So let's go ahead and create a payload and pull it down over to our Windows host real quick. And to do that, just go here to attack and payload, and it's like default daemon, and listener will do the attacker. Yes, that's good. x64, nice. I need to look more into this building console. I guess this is just actually just shows you what's happening. So let's generate, and 293 bytes is pretty small. We'll take a look at that real quick. And once it generates, I don't know if the injection goes through notepad.exe. I guess maybe it spawns that. Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. Desktop, Havoc, injects. I'll just save it here. We'll name it, I don't know, like Putty or something like that. Yeah, I'll just name it like Putty. And we'll go ahead and save. And it tells us that we saved it to this directory. And we'll press OK. Neato, everything's generated. We'll go ahead and get out of here. And let's look at we have our Python server set up with a cert that I was created by myself. I actually learned this little tip right here from Try Hack Me, which is pretty cool. I could probably make this a little bit more malleable or whatnot, more advanced, I guess, just to kind of do some evasion. But yeah, nonetheless, that's pretty cool. So let's go hop on over to our Windows host. And I got Process Hacker running because I kind of wanted to see what's going on in the background. And we'll just go ahead and refresh here. Here's our putty.exe. As you can see right here, for virus and threat protection for your Windows host, when you install the Elastic Agent, you can actually go into Fleet and look at your policies and then look at your endpoint security. Actually, I'll just show that real quick if you haven't seen it before. Once you get everything set up, you can go here, hop on over to Fleet. I believe it is here. And then here's your agent policies. And here we have our custom agent policy. And we have one down here for Windows security. And then once you look in here, you can actually go all the way down and do so. I guess if you have a license, you can have more of the advanced stuff, which is pretty cool. I like to get a license and look at that. And then all the way down here, you can register as antivirus. So I guess Defender's going to take a back seat on this one, and Elastic's going to take over and do all the analyzation of processes and anything like that. I don't know if it uses ETW primarily, or if it actually puts like hooks into processes and looks at it and stuff like that. I'm not really sure, but nonetheless, we'll look at Process Hacker in a little bit and see what happens. Let's go to dashboards, and yeah, we'll just confirm that. And here you have your dashboard selection, so you can like detection and response. So we'll look, and we don't have anything yet hitting, and this is like the past like 5 minutes, so nothing going on here. So let's go back over to our Windows host and look at pulling this down, and we'll see what Google Chrome has to say about it. Let's make sure that they get it. Let's look. So did it get nothing yet? Let's go over here and try it again. Did we get it yet? Is it thinking about it, or is it wanting to get it? No. Let's refresh that. Okay, there we go. So yeah, I believe it got it. Nothing yet from Elastic Security, interestingly enough, and I did get it, so just verify. So yeah, so we got that right there. And let's go ahead and open it and see what we got and see if Elastic says anything. So smart screen pops up. So the publisher is unknown. So that would be like a telltale sign right there that I mean, it's not signed at all. This binary isn't. So that's like get you caught like out the gate. Let's go ahead and run anyways and see what Elastic says about it. Actually, let's pop on over here. Did we get a callback? We did. We got a callback. Nice. And interestingly enough, Elastic didn't have anything to say about that. So let's look and see if we can find. Can we do like putty? Okay, so there it is. Can we just like click on it and look and see any details, statistics? No. So yeah, interestingly enough, we're just seeing the process putty running. I guess you can look at it more in depth if you'd like. And here's the PID for it. So we did get a callback, which is pretty cool. Can we interact with it? Can we do process list? Yes, we do have a process list. And we just see it running right here. And nothing really else happening with Elastic right now. If we go back to our SIEM and refresh, we don't have any alerts, and this is the last 5 minutes. So we might have to do an overview, and let's go and look at events here. And this is everything we have from the last 5 minutes. And so we have some service creation right here. Don't know if that's it or not. Looks like some metric beat type stuff. What is this right here? Service host, process event. Can we look at this real quick and see, is there anything background task? Nope, that's not it. Let's look, let's just do a refresh. Maybe I may have missed it. I mean, we should have an alert, but we don't. Which is interestingly enough. Yeah, let's go look at alerts one more time. Do we have anything? No, we don't. Let's go back. And I wonder if we can generate one, but I'm interested to see if we can just maybe like look for putty. Putty.exe and see if we find anything. So we do have some logs around that particular string that we searched for, and let's look to see if, okay, so this must be the first one right here. Let's take a look at it real quick and see. So here's Chrome. Let's look at Chrome, and let's see here. Where did it in the string is it correlating putty to? There's 2 events. Libraries, library start, and really don't see much. Just that Chrome was being used, and I wonder how is this string search? Is it going to be in here in the log somewhere? Verified. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. Let's go back and look at the next one right here. 2 libraries, loading events, library start. And I'm not exactly sure where the string for putty.exe is at in here. Chrome elf.dll. Not really seeing too much. I'm not exactly sure what it's hitting on. Let's see here. Let's go actually look at file stream created and see if we can find it here. Let's span this out a little bit to 100 rows. And do we have our buddy sysmon right there, logging stuff? So here's Chrome and file stream created. Usually might be associated with probably downloading stuff, perhaps. But I don't see it unless I'm missing it. Yeah, interesting, very interesting. Where would this string be correlated to? Putty. Oh, here it is, file name. Okay, so let's just look for the string file name putty, and get rid of this. Go ahead and get out of that, refresh. And just a couple of logs, endpoint file event. And it just has with Chrome, but I don't really see much other than that. Let's close the analyzer. And let's look at this log right here. Actually, let's look at this one. What is this? What do we got? File beat, file stream created. So, I mean, the only thing we have to really go off of right here is that, well, we would have to do some real, soul searching right here to figure out how you would catch this. Because if you don't have any alerts from non-signed binaries, then this would be quite difficult to catch unless you have specific alerts for users downloading stuff into their downloads folder and things like that. So 6860, we have a rule name for DLL side loading. So yeah, maybe perhaps there was something going on in the background with this binary. 6860 is the PID, of course. And we do see that 6860 is associated with that, so we could probably just look for this PID and see if we have any other information around that process ID. So we probably want to keep a bird's eye view on that. We do have a network connection right here, so we can look and see that. Let's just go ahead and so we can bring this over a little bit. Let's go ahead and bring this over. And can we look? So yeah, we do see the network connections. So that might be a indicator that you have a network connection from something on the endpoint going to somewhere else. I don't know if we can look at that right here or not. Okay, so we do see it, putty, and we can click on it, and we see our process ID and our parent process ID, and this is coming from our downloads folder. But like I said, we don't have any alerts, so that would be kind of hard to pinpoint exactly if something happened in real time without any alerting. I guess we could probably make a rule for users downloading stuff, but probably want to hone in on that and say, hey, users downloading stuff in non-signed binaries more than likely. Can we click the library? So here was, I think originally we were looking for it. These two particular logs right here, process name, putty, and something associated with DLL. I'm not well versed with Elastic agent security, so all I have to go off is we just have these artifacts, right? But pretty cool so far. Let's go ahead and close this. And do we have anything else in the last 5 minutes? Nothing else. Let's do 10 minutes. Might be getting out the scope. Is everything still connected back? Let's minimize that real quick. Yeah, so that's all we have. Let's look at this log real quick. It has registry object added, endpoint DLL events. That was with the libraries, I think. If you look at that real quick, we can see that it was analyzed and have same process ID. Let's go back, and we still have a callback, I believe. Yeah, so let's do this. I guess we do some interaction. We should have this open right here. And you can do help if you need more information, about what you can run, and we can do some, I guess some basic enumeration to see if we can generate any alerts, which may point us towards we have something going on, janky. So you can do like help and then shell, and then it shows you that you can run commands using the shell command. So let's do some basic stuff, right? And let's do, I guess we could do like system info. We can check for AV, some PowerShell commands, but let's do this. Let's just run this one real quick and see if this works. So shell, we'll paste that in there and then run. And we do get back some information as far as groups, things like that. We can also do shell, system info, and see what we get back to the screen. And there we are. So we can look at like all the hot fixes and stuff like that, and so on. And we don't have any alerts just yet. And network, and we do see that we do have a connection. Nothing there. I don't know exactly how to spawn to a different one. That would definitely trip some alarms. Maybe we can do something else. Let's look at our notes right here. Wemic. Let's do this. Let's go right here and run this bad boy. Copy. Shell. And see what we have here. And we do get back some basic information, the OS version, name, Microsoft Windows 10 Pro. And I guess we can make it sleep a little bit longer if we want to. So sleep 10. And we'll task the payload to, or I guess the beacon, I guess you would associate it with, to sleep for 10 seconds. And you can see right here it is going up to 10 seconds now. And then rolls back. Let's look at our logs. Do we have any other logs? So we do have some additional information. Let's close this. And we do see, what is the rule name hitting on right here? Service creation. So we can look at this one, and we can probably see some events associated with our buddy payload. And if we wanted to, we could add this like all to a case and stuff like that. But the registry key, registry path, service creation. So we probably would see a lot of this in a enterprise environment. But some telltale signs would be, I guess, the process executable, where it's actually executing from. That would be a no-go right there. And let's go back to dashboards real quick. Let's open this up in a new tab, and let's look at our dashboards, and let's look at alerts to see if we have any hits on anything. And we actually do. We have two now. Actually, we have a malware detection alert and creation. So let's look at this one right here. And this is the rule name for it. If you want to look more into the rule sets that Elastic has, you can tag it and look for this particular rule and stuff like that. And let's look right here. Actually, this is Process Hacker. So this is probably, yeah, this is us actually using Process Hacker right here. So nothing, actually this is for today. Let's actually scale back and look in the last 15 minutes. And we have nothing for the last 15 minutes. Let's go back to alerts, and still nothing. Interesting, very interesting. We still have our payload calling back. Let's just do some other stuff. Let's do like a shell, who am I? And we'll wait for that to call back. And what else can we run? Maybe generate some more logs. You can look at users, WMI. Let's do that. And copy. And I wonder if we can use like, let's use PowerPick. No. Let's go back to help. And we have PowerShell, .NET. Can we use PowerPick? I don't know if I have that loaded. I know that PowerPick is something that we can use. Let's look at the GitHub real quick. Havoc. Let's go back and see what else that we can do here. Okay, let's go here and let's go down. PowerPick. Okay, so PowerPick, I manage PowerShell commands, loaded. How do we do that? Not exactly sure. It's a module, but yeah, I'm not exactly 100% sure. Let's see here. How would we go about doing this? Maybe we just like run it, I guess. I don't know. Just see if we can just run it. PowerPick LS. No. What about help.net? Those versions. Let's go. What about shellcode? I guess you can do shellcode injection techniques. I need to get more schooled up on that. But let's see here. I wonder if we can like get an alert for downloading like proc dump or something like that. Let's go here and proc dump download. And let's see if we can run like PowerShell to download proc dump into our working directory and see if we get a hit. Let's do this. Everything's still working here. Yeah, that's still good. Here's proc dump. Let's just go ahead and copy link. Go back over here. Run PowerShell, wget, proc dump, type out file. I guess proc. Let's just see if we can just get an alert, right? And see if that hits on anything. And we don't see. Oh, that's what we got. What is this? Anything? Nothing. Just looking at play.exe right now, and yeah, I don't really see much else going on with it. Let's do PowerShell ls and see if we actually got the file. Oh, we did. Cool. So yeah, we downloaded it, but we didn't get anything telling us that's not cool. So let's refresh. Okay, so we do have an alert right here. Oh, but this is actually for just executing who am I. And we see command who am I, and we see right here. So we can look at this alert, and all we can see is just someone just running who am I. Interestingly enough, I don't know if something else is going on in the background that I'm not catching, but yeah, we don't really see a lot of anything really happening. I guess you look more at the rule sets to see if we can do some tunage here, but all in all, it looks like we don't have any blocking or alerting. I guess for Elastic EDR or Elastic Agent, you'd have to, I guess, put in block if you see an alert, and then that would block it. But you would think that from a non-signed binary, it would block it anyways. Maybe it doesn't do it by default. I'm not exactly sure. So we have that. Let's look at something else. Help and token manipulation and impersonation, inline execution, shellcode injection techniques. So let's go to help and shellcode. and spawns a temporary process and injects into it. Example, blah blah blah. Shellcode inject x64. I guess we actually need some shellcode to inject into it. So if we did that, then we would need it to call back to something. I don't have that set up right now, but use probably like MSF Venom or something like that. I wonder if we can do that real quick. Let's see here, just for the heck of it. And I wonder if we can get a callback to Havoc using just a plain old MSF Venom shellcode technique. So let's go to here and let's do this. Let's see here, MSF Venom. And let's do this one right here. And let's see if we can just have it call back to our listener. Actually, I had this set up for something else I was using, but yeah, 443. And we'll see if we can't do that real quick and maybe point it towards our shellcode and see if we can maybe get a call back of some sort. So they're going to need to get a PID for some service that's running and see what happens. I don't know if this is going to work. It might blow it up. I'm just kind of like testing it out. What all we have in here? Seatbelt, blah, 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 shellcode.bin. So let's just do that. And we'll point it towards here, this directory, to use this, but I think we're also going to need a PID as well. We're still looking good. Everything's still squawking. So let's do shellcode, and let's see, it's inject system, I guess x64, and then we'll do this. Shellcode, but we're going to need actually a PID of some sort of service, I guess. Let's go back here and give it something. Let's see, 1337. I think we're actually going to need something. So let's go here and let's look at our process list real quick and see if we can't pick something out. Maybe service host 1748. Let's do 1748 and see what happens. I don't see anything happening. Oh. Did it blow up? No, it didn't blow up on me. Can we go up one? Maybe it takes some time. I'm not sure. Do we do that right? Help shellcode. Example, inject. Let's see, inject, text S x64, and then we pointed it towards our shellcode. And I don't see anything. Did Elastic ER yell at us? No, it didn't. Interesting. Did we get any alertage at all? Let's refresh. No, I don't think it worked. Okay, let's try it again. And I don't think it's working. Maybe I'm not doing it right. Spawns temporary process and injects into it. Let's just copy this here. Just see if it screams at us. No, it's not screaming at us. So maybe that's not working. Maybe I'm not doing that right. What about let's do help inject. Our inline execution executes an object file. Okay, what about .NET? .NET. Let's do help.NET. And okay, so we do have like seatbelt. So I do have seatbelt in the downloads folder, or in the folder that I'm using, but maybe we can run it with like, let's look at like seatbelt commands, I guess. Let's see here, seatbelt. Let's go back and see if we can run something very generic and see what happens. Actually, let's do something real quick. Maybe something else. Do some Google real quick. Seatbelt commands. Patrick's. That's always a plus. System. User. So it looks like it's going to be taking something like this. Let's see here. Seatbelt.exe. I guess you can do that. Let's see here. Can we do this real quick? Go to here. And our working directory that we're in is this. Copy that. I don't know if this is case sensitive or not. It might be. So seatbelt. And maybe we can do user, perhaps. And see if that blows up. It didn't. So it looks like an error running command user. Maybe didn't like that. Our beacon's still good. Everything's still calling back. I don't think it liked that command. Let's see if we got any alerts yet for anything. Nothing yet. Interesting. Let's go back to here. Wish I knew more about seatbelt. More commands and stuff like that. Let's go back. And I wonder exactly. Can you just do this real quick? Help. Let's just run this. I know it's going to take some commands. Probably going to blow this up. Oh, okay, cool. So we have examples. Miscellaneous. Okay, cool. So groups all. Oh, I guess it takes. This is the syntax for it right here. Let's do something small. I don't want to like blow this thing up. Let's go up a little bit further. Oh my gosh, so much seatbelt. AMSI providers. Cool. I like that. Let's just do this. And let's do like seatbelt, tech groups. And let's get rid of that right there. Do that. And see what happens. So I tasked it. Okay, cool. So that worked. Did nothing right there. No alerts or anything. And we do have some information that seatbelt returned for us, which would help us. Oh, wow. Interesting, very interesting. Let's see here. Yeah, all my stuff that I do on my other folders returned a lot of information, and wow, very interesting. Do we have any other? Let's do like, okay, so you can do like system output and stuff like that. If we run full, that's going to take a hot minute. Group miscellaneous. Let's do runs the following commands. Remote seatbelt tag group runs the following commands. AMSI providers. Yeah, I need to get more in tune with the seatbelt. But let's just do this. Let's go all the way down. And this will definitely get you caught, I think. But hey, we're just testing it out, see what happens. Kind of just seeing whether or not we get Elastic to say anything to us about anything. And it's not telling us anything. that might take a minute. So we got past 12 seconds. Maybe it's still running, or maybe we killed it. I'm not exactly sure. It says AMZ already patched. Interesting. And are we getting any callbacks? No, 30 seconds. Maybe it killed it. Not exactly sure. We got any alerts? No, no alerts. So yeah, I had to fool around with this a little bit more, but I don't see anything that's like indicating that we have any alerts based off just downloading the payload. This might take a hot minute to come back. Maybe it blew up the beacon or the payload. Yeah, pretty cool. Overall, nice little C2 framework. Just kind of testing it out with Elastic to see if we can, see anything out of the ordinary. The only thing that we got was running a Who Am I process, so we might have to do some rule tunage on that. But out of the box, pretty cool. Yeah, I like it. I like the feel of it. It's got like Cobalt-esque type feel, and so on and so forth. But hey, just want to do some testing and kind of show some of the stuff I was going through, and I'm going to try, fool around with it a little bit more and do some Git pulls and see if I can't get a little bit more skilled with it. But overall, I like the feel of it. It's really nice. Great job, Spider, and all the hard work you put into it. Really like it. It's just neat just to kind of mess around and kind of like hone in on your skill sets, do something, some emulation, and then see if you can catch it and tune your rules and stuff like that. And using some new C2 frameworks. Kind of interesting that it got past the last EDR real quick. That Process Hacker was looking at. I don't think we got an alert on was Process Hacker, but yeah, you can take that for what it is. But overall, pretty cool. I like it. Yeah, and I'll look into maybe getting more skilled using the framework and show us more videos. Without that, yeah, I'll go ahead and end it here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Take it easy.